I didn't get why people loved G-Shock so much. Then I bought one. It's ugly, it's old, and I absolutely love it. And I probably don't even need to mention how durable these things are. This is the G-Shock 5600 series. And when you're done watching this video, you're going to want to buy the watch. And the next step from there is to buy a firearm. So when World War III breaks out, you'll be able to single-handedly defeat the enemy military. And it was all thanks to the G-Shock. And from there, your country will love and respect you. You'll finally gain the love of your parents that you've always wanted. And you'll finally be able to get a girlfriend. But in all seriousness, let's get into some specs. They'll run you from about $100 to $250 for most models. But if you're patient, you can find them used or on sale for even cheaper than that. This watch has 200 meters of water resistance, and it has a resin or a bio-based resin case, aka some sort of plastic. Now the case size is a bit deceiving as there's no real lugs or anything like that, but the case width is about 42.8 millimeters. The lug to lug is at 48.9, but like I was saying, there's no real lugs on this watch. And the case thickness is about 13.4 millimeters, but it wears much smaller than that. This watch has a backlight, a stopwatch, a timer, an alarm, and in this specific model, it's powered by a solar quartz, which is going to be a bit more expensive, but it's going to give you a longer battery life. If you wanted to save a buck or two, you can go for just a regular shock-resistant quartz. Now, that's all the main specs of the watch. This one is specifically the Surfrider Foundation G-Shock, which is why you see some speckling in the case and the watch strap. It's because this specific model uses recycled plastic in their case. But let's get into some of the design. These watches feel extremely rugged and tactical. It's got the date at the top with just the time and seconds smack dab in the middle. Has a mineral glass, and they have a huge amount of color options when it comes to the G-Shock 5600 series with tons of different variations. And honestly, it kind of wears like a big boy's Casio F91W. Nothing really stands out or grabs your attention with this watch, which makes it extremely wearable. It's a perfect fit on many different wrist sizes. My wrist size is 6 3/8 inch, so not the biggest wrist, but it fits perfect. It's very, very comfortable. I think it's perfect for an everyday watch. Let's talk about the build quality of this watch. It is plastic, so it's a weird mix of feeling cheap, but at the same time it feels solid. Plastic is one of the only materials that doesn't really break down over time. Metals oxidize or they rust and break down over time, so in some ways this watch is more durable than a steel or a titanium watch. So let's jump onto the movement. It's a very durable and rugged movement to match the durable and ruggedness of the watch. The movement is actually suspended in the case by, I believe, springs. I'm probably wrong at that. You'll correct me in the comments. But it's a quartz digital movement that's accurate to a plus or minus 15 seconds a month. So it's extremely accurate and extremely durable. They have some models that sync up to radio towers every night, so they can be even more accurate. Now let's quickly just list off some pros and cons of this watch. The pros, as you might expect, are it's extremely durable, it's very accurate, it's an everyday watch, it's lightweight, it's extremely comfortable, it's relatively affordable, and it has a really long battery life. And really, the only con I can think of is that it's not very versatile. when it comes to some occasions like dressing up and things of that nature, and that it could be considered a little boring. And who's this watch for? Honestly, it's pretty much for everybody. It's people who want a practical, low maintenance, everyday watch, from military or law enforcement, or a construction worker, delivery driver, nurses, really just anyone that works in a trade. It's for the budget conscious buyer, for either students or maybe on the younger crowd. And it's not really for people wanting the luxury. If you get the watch snobs that just want luxury watches, or really quartz haters. One of my biggest pet peeves in this whole watch community is people just hate on quartz. I think quartz is a fantastic, durable movement. So if you think quartz are soulless or no character, maybe it's not for you. As always, let me know if you would wear this watch or if you'd pass on it. Let me know in the comments, because I read every single one, and we post videos once a week, so consider subscribing. And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.